but we're going to be saddled with over $1 million, $1.5 million every year in costs. 6 million? Oh, well, even worse. So I understand that people are frustrated, but I just don't believe that this is the solution to their problems of having having this appeal body that once removed is going to be selected by other people. This is not the solution. The rules have to change. The rules have to change. It's not changing the process. The process is going to lead to pretty much this, in my estimation, it's going to pretty much lead to the same outcome because, you know, the rules with regard to making these decisions aren't going to change. The policies aren't going to change. The legislation, maybe the legislation has to change. Maybe you want to change the legislation, but until such time you do this, I think the outcomes are going to stay the same. The only outcome that's going to be different is we're going to be $6 million poorer every year.
Thank you, Councillor Minnan-Wong. Deputy Mayor Minnan-Wong. Other Councillor Ainsley to speak.
I'll be brief. I will be supporting the motion put forward by Councillor Shiner. I guess I have a little bit different perspective. I think we spend, the last numbers I saw were $1 million to $1.5 million at the OMB on a monthly basis. And when I talk with my residents and you explain what they have to do just to get to committee of adjustment, sometimes they have to hire a planner for something as simple as a driveway. And I just had one the other day where the MLS inspector was at the house and they were told to widen their driveway. They had to go and get an architect to widen their driveway. So just for a driveway, you imagine what happens when people end up at committee of adjustment and you end up with neighbors fighting with each other, and then they're told when they lose the committee of adjustment to go to the OMB, which, you know, the cash register just starts ringing and it doesn't stop ringing, and it pits neighbors against neighbors. And I think the process that we're looking at is a much better means and mechanism for everyone involved. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Ainsley. We had Councillor DiGiorgio to speak, and then Councillor Palacio.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I will also be brief. I echo the comments of the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Minnan-Wong. I've never been a proponent of local appeal bodies because I think there's adequate mechanisms in place to allow people to get involved in mediation, even through the Committee of Adjustment process, to try and work out solutions that basically satisfy the competing interests. I think two things that I'm looking for in all of the review of the legislation that's being done. Number one, there is this move to somehow define a minor variance more succinctly, and I suspect it'll be prescriptive as opposed to leaving it up to the